You are not just a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. Water is the most yin character in the five elements. Its motion is downward and inward, and its energy is stillness and conserving. Water is associated with the color black. In Chinese medicine, water are connected to the organs, kidney and bladder. And its season is winter. The energy of winter is latent and potent. In this state of resting deep within, energy is collected and held in reserve. Winter is cold and dark, qualities that perceive and store. It is a time of emptiness, of incubation, of self-reflect, preparation of letting go of everything, stillness, death, dark, quiet. That's the reason the water element represents the emotion fear. It has the ability to go to the deepest places on earth. Therefore, it brings a lot of wisdom from the places that nobody else can see except the water, the wisdom, the inner wisdom that we have within. But at the same time, as nature, it brings a lot of fear when we don't know how to find our wisdom, how to express our wisdom. In Chinese medicine, the water element is being nourished by the metal element, and it nourishes the wood element. This is, of course, refers to the co-cycle, which is the cycle that nourishes the movement of the elements. If we talk about the Sheng cycle, which is the cycle that restrict and control and bring into balance the co-cycle, which is the nourishing cycle, so the water element is the one that in the Sheng cycle, in the control cycle, is controlling the fire, like nature, and water is being restricted by earth, like nature. So, what does it mean? In terms of types, in terms of observation, when we talk about show me, tell way method and the five element. So let's concentrate first on the nourishing cycle. So if we think about water, and if water is balanced, and we have the wisdom and we have the fear, and both of them the person knows how to work with taking layers of fear and transform them into wisdom and to express them well, that means that this specific person has a lot of willpower, a lot of trust, because you can see that the way to balance the fear to the wisdom is what characterizes the water, the willpower, the place that the person knows exactly who he is. To work with emptiness, with stillness, with their own winter nature. And that means that, water can change a rock by just knowing who they are and hitting the rock again and again and again until this rock is changing. So if this person is balanced in this element, he or she has this deepest knowing of who they are in this world, what's their purpose, and they will do whatever it takes until the vision will be fulfilled. And they will do it in a very delicate, wise, quiet way. If this element is balanced, that means that the inner child is balanced, the wood element. And by that, the wisdom can help this inner child to balance the anger with compassion. When this child is getting out of control, falling off the rope, losing balance, and get into the frustration of anger, if the water element is balanced, that means that the wood element can be balanced very quickly when it fell off the rope. And this inner wisdom can lead this inner child how to work. In terms of the restriction mode, the earth element that restricting the water element. So think about that. Water element is being restricted by earth element, which is the mother. And if earth element is not balanced and the mother, the earth is not stabilized enough, is not in acceptance, and there is too much worry, you can see how it can affect on your wisdom. Therefore, the clarity of your wisdom will be muddy, and it won't be able to let you see the full horizon pure and clear, which what the water element stands for. So if the earth element is out of balance and the mother earth is shaky, the earth is shaky, is not stable, is not centered, is not focused, it's with a lot of worry, that's where fear is starting to accumulate on water element. So if we think about other way to look at it is by the metal element. And the metal element, as I said, is nourishing the water. Water, if it's not restricted by boundaries, it can be the flow of the card flow, which is above and beyond wisdom, and fear, which means the person is not regulated. If you don't have integrity, and if you don't have boundaries, if you don't know how to value yourself and let go of whatever it's there that is not serving you anymore, you cannot you cannot balance the water. So it's super important to be balanced in the metal element, which is the boundaries. And by that, you can express yourself in your wisdom and balance the water element. So it's all connected. And for that, so if we have the mother centered, she nourishes the metal element, which can express well the integrity, the values, and knows very well how to leave aside and let go and empty what is not needed to prepare herself for winter. If the metal element is the fall, the places that we still do some kind of like selections and the leaves are falling apart from the trees and leave the tree empty. So the winter is the place of death. It's the place that we are all in the place of the deepest point of our inner yin energy, feminine energy, wisdom, soft, dark, quiet. And from there, it's a preparation for spring. For this small seed that was there in the winter and was waiting and had the right patience, because the winter, and now I'm talking about like the human being, I'm not talking about nature, although nature and human being are the same. So if we think about human beings, if you know how to be in stillness and you know how to empty and you know how to meditate and get connected to your body and take deep breath and do some kind of like self-reflection, you prepare your inner child and you teach him how to wait, how to be impatient, and how to use and when to use the power to express and to pop up when it's ready. When it's ready to express, when it's ready to show out in this world. So this is nature, exactly like nature, exactly like us. That was the water element.